Guys and everyone watching, it's Tasha. It's been a little while since I've done a video. It's not that I haven't filmed them, it's just that none of them felt authentic or what I really wanted to put out there. I don't know. I mean, like everybody else in the world, I'm feeling off. I'm feeling a little bit down, bored. And just the videos just weren't good, so I'm gonna start making some more. I'm feeling creative again. I think I got over my first kind of rut with the whole social distancing. I'm starting to feel a little bit more like myself again, I guess, and I'm getting used to this new way of life in some ways, best I can, I guess, like everybody else is, right? So I'm gonna start doing some more videos again here soon, and I kind of just wanted to start things off with a devotional altar tour. As you can see, the altar's on a new table. I've had this desk. It's a vintage desk that I think would be from like the 60s, 70s. So it kind of reminds me of, I'm not a furniture expert, so I really don't know. But my uncle got this for me, and I have managed through a bazillion moves in my life kept this one piece of furniture. This is the one piece of furniture that I've had the majority of my life that's still with me. It was sitting in the other room that I sometimes use for witchy stuff, but not getting used, and my husband's been working in here for a while. I didn't have an altar for a couple of weeks. It felt like months. Because he was set up here. Now he's in the other room with an office. It's awesome. And I have my spiritual space back. So because, long story short, of all the changes we had to make in the house to accommodate him working from home, I finally got off my lazy rear and put this table in. In the drawers, there's like incense and herbs and different things. So I'm going to clean them out, and eventually I'll do a whole cabinet tour with you guys. But anyway, enough of my kind of rambling. Let's take a boo at my devotional altar. Hopefully it'll inspire you to want to make something of your own if you can. And you want to, of course. And it's been something that's been very good for me these past couple of days that I've had it going again. It's been a positive part of my life, and it's something that I look forward to coming to every day. So it's been a big part of my practice since I've set it up, and I may keep the altar like this for a little bit because right now I need spiritual connection. I need to connect with my divine, and this is really helping. So anyways, enough rambling. Let's take a boo at what I got going on. So the theme for this is devotion. Everything on the altar I see as a way to devote myself to give to my gods. So of course, here are my four main deities. Nyx, Lucifer, Mary, and Anubis. It's a bit of a motley crew, if you will. So a lot of the offerings are kind of for them, and also for Mars. I've just kind of, when I did the depression altar and I put the offerings to Mars, Mars has been on my mind since, so I'm starting to get a little bit of a relationship with Mars. So he's also being represented by the beautiful sailor Mars, and then some offerings for him. So I'll just show you, we'll start here with Nyx. For Nyx, so she has her box with her stones in it, and I often see this box as her. And she also likes her vodka, so that's for her. And for Anubis, who I also actually discovered today likes vodka offerings. Lucifer, it's always candy all the time. And for Lucifer, he's got a little Lindor chocolate that's probably going to melt, and I'm just going to let it go in with the wax, basically. Yeah, so that's his candy. Mary, I usually offer her flowers. I have some pussy willows for her, and also a little jar there of holy water. That's for Mary. And then Anubis, I like to do offerings of fresh water or water to ancestors, the dead, and to Anubis. So fresh water for Anubis. And now that I work in the funeral business, And I understand what Anubis was doing all those times. I'm hooking him up with some vodka too, because Lord knows he probably needs it. Here are my crystals. I've had this feeling that they all had to be home. They all had to be together. Sorry, I'm so shaky. Blair Witch Project over here. So they're all in here. There's some seashells and an acorn from Salem and just kind of a mix of things. My pendulum. So they're all there as offerings as well. And because shiny and pretty. For Mars, there's a little yellow flower that makes me think of fire. It's a freesia, garlic, and then some hot chili peppers. So those are for Mars. I have my prayer beads because for me, I think growing up Catholic, prayer beads are definitely something that I incorporate into my practice when I'm connecting with my gods or even my own self spiritually. So I have my pagan prayer beads here, my goddess prayer beads, which I can do a video on and show you more about. But I have them there for Maiden, Mother, and Crone. And then I have my rosary, which is special significance because this is the one I got in Dublin. And I just miss the world and traveling. And not that I traveled all the time or anything, but just the world. So that to me is the world, a place that I love. So it brings me happiness and happy memories. So I do occasionally pray my own version of the rosary to Mary. In this box is a little necklace that I'm charging. That's to just bring clarity and peace and love and just free speech. So that's there. I have my beautiful Venus here. And then the little witch bell. In this big box, I'm actually going to do a video because a friend of mine, before she moved, she gifted this box to me full of incense. So this is all of her incense. So in here is all kinds of new fun incense for me to play with. And the box is absolutely beautiful. I love the art that's on it, and I'm very happy to have it on my altar. And then I have my little frog that my friend Jen gave me a million years ago. And in here are petitions, words, prayers, offerings, another rosary, just little things mostly for Mary. We have some fancy incense. So I've had this incense forever, this 9 Temple blend and this Osiris blend that I've been hoarding because I've always felt like, well, if I use it, I won't ever get it, because I've literally had it for years. And I've decided, because of everything that's going on in our world and the uncertainty of things, that I'm going to start using my good incense. So I've also brought that out. Incense is a big part of my practice. I love the how easy it is, first of all, and to me it's a great way to send out prayers in the smoke or just leave an offering to them. So this is my incense for today, and as you can see, I've just been kind of burning incense sticks as a means to give an offering to my gods. We've got a little horn god down there, another bell, my healing candle with Gaia in front of it, just healing the world, trying to send some love out to the world. And then I have some rose petals that I like to occasionally burn in my cauldron, actually, and send them as offerings of love, or to send love to someone, like my grandmother, for example. She's 91. She's about to celebrate her 71st wedding anniversary, and currently she's living alone because her husband, my grandpa's, in a care home, and as you guys know, we can't visit. So my voice cracked a little. I just love my grandma so much. When I think about her, I light these, burn them, send her love. You can do it for anybody, and you can send love to your gods as well. Another goddess that I'm starting to feel a little more drawn to is Aphrodite, which I've never felt really much draw to, but I have as I've been getting older, so I'm going to start offering her rose petals as well. Another offering that I like to give to my gods is poetry, and I also use poetry as an offering to the element of air. So I have this old tome, Poems to Remember, and what I do is I just open to a random page, whatever it is, and that's the poem. So this has been written on by the person who had this book, some high school student somewhere. So Let's read it. So this is our poem for tonight, and already I'm kind of laughing because Alison Gross, that lives in yon tower, the ugliest witch the north country, has trysted me a day up till her brower, and many fair speeches she's made to me. She stalked my head, and she combed my hair, and she set me down softly on her knee. Says, Jenny will be my lemon, so true. So how many fine things as I would Yuki. Anyway, this is barely in English, so we're gonna stop there. I'm not gonna fumble through this, but that's what I usually do, is I will just kind of pick a random poem and read it to the gods, read it to myself. I also use it for bibliomancy. I think that's it that's on here. I usually have like a couple things. I'm still working with Python energy from one of our rituals we did. And I have the Witch Lord and Nyx and Gaia and Himera and just like all kinds of fun people, I guess, hanging out too. So this is the devotional altar. Oh, one thing I thought of when I was talking was how I figure out what to give my gods. So it's trial and error for me. I just kind of, when I think about Lucifer, I think about candy, because for me, that's like my biggest thing is eating and snacking. So to me, like, that's what the devil would like, right? Candy. Anubis, water, cleansing, healing. That's the kind of energy he gives me. Mary, roses. I've always associated her with roses. I think that's a Catholic thing. Nyx, I just immediately was like, she wants some good vodka. So whatever the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about your God, that's probably what kind of devotional offering they want from you. So it's just something to think about. That's how I do it. That's what works for me. This has been a long altar tour, but I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and sticking with me. And we'll hang out soon, I promise. So stay safe, stay healthy, sending you lots of love from the altar. If you can't have a devotional altar of your own, feel free to use mine. Just pause on any moment of this video, basically, and feel free to send some prayers up to your gods. So thank you again, and stay safe and all of that good stuff. Bye.